Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about key updates on Adrian Newey's Aston Martin following the car getting out on track in Barcelona. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on Instagram and X at James's Pit Lane. I'll leave links in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. Now, as we know, Aston Martin were late to Barcelona pre-season testing. You were allowed to run on 3 of the 5 days that week. However, Aston Martin got their car out on track late on Thursday afternoon, meaning they only did running on 1 and a bit days. Now, when that Aston Martin got out on track on Thursday afternoon, it did turn a lot of heads, it got a lot of attention, and I did a video on what we learned from the car getting out on track, and if you want to find out more on that, I'll leave a link to that video in the description. Now, the reason the car got so much attention is because, in my opinion, it looks so much more aggressive compared to other cars, and giving his view on the car, Sky Sports F1's Martin Brundle said, there doesn't appear to be as many bits hanging off his cars as on some others. It's really hard to undercut on the side pods, and we've seen different interpretations, some side pods, front wings across the board, which is unsurprising with such new regulations. We've got to assume Adrian has come up with some good ideas, but does he know enough about the Aston Martin wind tunnel and their digital wind tunnel? Will he get correlation? Has he got the right people around him to interpret his brilliance? That's a tall order straight out the box. Now, as we know, Adrian Newey has had so much success in Formula 1, in my opinion, is the best F1 designer of all time, and when he joined Aston Martin in March 2025, he focused purely on the 2026 car, and therefore this car has been very anticipated in the Formula 1 world. And arriving late for testing is very much in the Newey playbook, as he's well known for pushing the development process until the last minute, aiming to set off on track with the car in as mature a state as possible. And speaking about having Newey in the team, Fernando Alonso said, as quoted by motorsport.com, I think everyone is super motivated when we see him in the garage taking care of all the details. I see all the mechanics, the faces, everyone is looking at him, trying to spot something that maybe he commented about the car or he wants to improve. He's always teaching us something. Now, during their time out on track in Barcelona, Aston Martin completed 65 laps. 4 were completed by Lance Stroll on Thursday afternoon, and 61 were completed by Alonso during Friday. And it's difficult to see where Aston Martin could be. I mean, you look at Mercedes, you look at Ferrari, they did a lot of mileage, got good laps under their belt, and Mercedes looked to be the benchmark so far. But for Aston Martin, because of their extremely late arrival, they didn't run long enough or quickly enough for anyone to be able to judge how well Aston Martin's solutions are working in reality. However, interestingly, according to the race, it says we believe the car is overweight by quite a reasonable amount, so even by testing standards, this could be the car currently furthest from its ultimate potential. And it was also reported by Planet F1 that, according to unconfirmed reports, Alonso was running with a speed limit of between 230 and 275 kilometers an hour as Aston Martin tested its systems and the new Honda engine. Now, if that's the case, when you put those two things together, that's going to make the car very, very slow. And then when you look at Alonso's time, he went 11th fastest on Friday with a 1 minute 20.7. And that's quite far off the pace. I mean, the average time during testing was around a 1 minute 18, and some teams were getting in to the 1 minute 16s. However, as I said, if that car had more weight added to it and had a speed restriction to it, there's a lot of time to find from that 1 minute 20.7. And while times don't mean anything at this stage, it's all about reliability, long runs, making sure everything is working okay. I think there could potentially be a huge amount of time for Aston Martin to find, and I'm very much looking forward to see how they do during Bahrain testing, especially in the second Bahrain test when it gets closer to the season and perhaps we see more realistic times. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.